see how long it takes me to feel like I've got a complete gesture.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You said a 5-minute gesture or 2?
No, just tell me how long it takes for me to do it. So
Okay.
just mind the clock while I'm drawing.
Okay, I am.
So what's nice about the compressed charcoal is you can actually use it to get more gestural, basically. I mean, you can use it to indicate more shadow and vary your line a little bit so that it's not all just the same line. And keep moving. Don't go too slow, because if you go slow, then it's no longer gestural. It becomes more determined. Plants are hard because I get confused and lost. Forget where I was and what part of the plant I was actually drawing. So it's almost like it's got to be an impression of the plant because it's too complicated. And here's the thing swirling around the side here. Now we've got all these little leaves in here. So instead of trying to draw every single leaf, I might draw it more as a shape or a mass. An impression of a little bundle of leaves right there. Not try to draw every leaf. That's just way too much. Almost like I'm looking for bony landmarks. You really should go up a lot higher than that. This was too low. This should go up way higher. So I might do a second one, or a third one rather. And that's okay. You should do it as many times as you want. All right, how much was that? How long did that take? Guthrie?
Oh, here I thought I was talking to you and I wasn't. That's almost 2.5 minutes.
Okay, so a couple of minutes. That's about all you'll need. So don't be shy. Draw it again and again and again, and use cheap paper and cheap pencils and cheap charcoal. It's not supposed to be a long involved drawing. I'm going to do it just one more time, and this time I'm going to use a pen.
Okay.
Because I can, and you don't have to time me. I just wanted to show different materials that you could work with. You know, I like to use a smoother paper for pen and ink. Oh, yay. Found a whole new page, a whole new book. So, and some gesture drawings in there. Of course, now my hands are really filthy, but I'll try to be careful. All right. So, I'm going to do the plant again, and this time we'll do it with ink. So, of course, we think there's no erasing, but I didn't erase on the other ones either. Whoops, off the top of the page again. All right, there's my ink drawing of my plant. I could put a little bit of the detail around here. There. Okay. I hope that was informative. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it's really hard to just know when to quit. And when you're working with ink, that's probably even more true. But I could certainly do an ink study if I took a long time to draw this plant and put in a lot of detail. That would no longer be a gesture then, it would become a study or a sketch. That's really good. I'm glad you asked me that. Or did the gal that asked me that, is she gone now? Who was it that asked me that?
Right here. Still
Oh,
here.
okay. Oh, okay, great. Are you in the observational drawing class?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really glad you asked me that because that would be the defining difference between a gesture and a study and a painting or an illustration, I think, would be the loose quality of it and the feeling of motion and life. Where if I could draw a perfectly lovely drawing of a plant and take 3 days, and it would be it wouldn't be a gesture. It would be a study or an illustration or a still life, basically, or a portrait of a plant. It's anything that's going to take a long time. But I really strongly encourage everyone to draw. Well, there's only 3 of you here right now, but draw from life. Don't just draw from the computer screen or from photographs. I mean, I know I'm drawing my cats from photographs, but I see my cats every day too. And it's fun to draw them quickly and in motion or in eating. You can just find out where the bones are and along the tail. Cats are perfect for this, especially for this kind of pen. This is a Kuretake brush pen. It has a real brush on it. And it has refillable cartridges. And I really love this brush. I think it's one of the best to ink. It's about the only thing I use for ink drawings anymore. And so you can see you can get a really wide variety of line on it. So, and you have to use really smooth paper though. So if you're using an ink thing on a digital tablet, it should look like, you should have a similar sort of effect. So I think it's really important to use traditional materials just to see how the materials work and how they're supposed to look, so that when you do use it digitally. Am I not showing my screen? How'd that happen? I'm sorry. I was demonstrating the line, how to draw a line like that, like if you might draw on a digital tablet. So it's really important that that you actually use real materials, so you see how those materials are supposed to behave before you start doing it digitally, because how are you going to know? So anyway, thank you. Okay, kids, I'm going to stop now, and I'll convert this and post it in both classrooms so you guys have it if you need it. And not to worry too much about the milestone. Really isn't due until tomorrow. I mean, it was due tonight, but the classroom screwed up, and last time I checked it was still screwed up, the timing of it on that observational drawing class. For me, it's telling me that everything's due 2 a.m. the following day, and it shouldn't be doing that. It should be 11:59. It's basically the end of the day of that day. So do you guys have any other questions before I go? No? Okay. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.